Hey everybody, what's going on? It is Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and today we're going to take a look at a game called Agricola. We're going to play through a few rounds of the solo game with an abbreviated setup, which I'll explain in a second. If you want to see the full review, you can click the link in the video description. Otherwise, stick around here, and we'll get playing. Alright, so here is Agricola, all set up for a solo game, with one exception. There's another one of these boards that'll have phase, stage 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm only going to play a few rounds, so I just had this board here for the sake of the game. Okay, so there will be another board with more additional spaces. The game is longer than what I have shown here. Okay, but I'll go through 2 harvests so you can see how the game goes. All right. So to set up, you're going to give each player a player board. There's 2 sides. You can pick the one that has the depots if you want, which I have done. You give each player 2 wooden huts, 2 wooden rooms. Put a worker in each of the room. You'll get 4 stables, all these fences, I think there's 13. You'll shuffle, pick a deck of occupation and improvement cards. I'm using deck E. I have E, I, K, and Z. Pick whichever ones you want. So I'm using E. You get 7 of each card, which I've done. You're going to, on this board here, you're going to take the proper cards. It'll be stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, stage 5, 6. Shuffle each of the stages and then put them out on the stage that they go. And then there's some major improvements, which have a picture. They'll go on the spot with the name and the picture that they belong to. All right, and then you'll have all the rest of the resources off to the side. And anything that has a red arrow with a bucket or something, you're going to put the appropriate goods on those spaces. In a solo game, this 3 wood becomes 2 wood. All right. Now, this is a worker placement game. Every round, you're going to place your worker. You're going to collect some things. And what we're trying to do is end the game with as many points as we can. But the interesting thing about this game is we're going to have these cards that we can play as well to help us along our journey, okay? And these cards are going to do crazy things and help us just make our actions more powerful, kind of. All right, so I want to play this card for sure because I always struggle with food, and this is the Master Brewer. In the feeding phase of each harvest, the Master Brewer can convert up to 1 grain to 3 food, which, you know, I'm not hating. So, all right. So I think just to get started, we'll take this thing here. We'll play an occupation. A player's first occupation is free, then everything else costs a food. So I'll put this over here. Now I can convert 1 grain to 3 food. Normally it's 1 to 1. So that's something that I need to help me. So I have stuff to help me convert wood, stonehouse extension. Whenever you turn 1 wood into food using the joinery, sawmill, or cabinet, you can do some things. Got a basket. Whenever you use a person's action to take wood. Immediately build one. Ooh, I'm going to do that stable. That's nice. Let's try to build this stable here. You may play this card to build 1 stable. I don't hate that. All right. Costs 1 wood, so I don't hate that. All right, so I'm going to get some wood because I want to start working on building some rooms. All right. So let's go ahead and do this. And we will go here. And I'll take the 2 wood. All right. And that's the end of the round. There's no harvest. I'll talk about harvest when we get there, but that's the end of the round. In a solo game, just take your workers back, and we're going to flip a new card. You don't have to keep the cards on the board. I like to do it. It can get a little busy, but I like to do it. So, all right. Now we are able to build fences. Same thing. We're going to reset up the board. So we're going to get 2 wood. Anything that wasn't used will now get more stuff added. 1. We need a reed. We need a food. All right. So I'm going to take a grain because I can convert those to 3 food. Grains are these. I think it goes there. Oh, that's reed. Grain there. Have another worker. I would like more wood, but I want a plow field. That's a plow field. Again, these are probably not the greatest actions to take. I get that. I'm just taking action so you can see how the game works. If you have been living under a rock and you don't know how Agricola works. I'm going to put that right there. Okay. And those are my actions. So we'll do 2 more wood, another clay, another reed, Another food. I'll take my workers back. I'll flip this card. Ooh, I can sow and bake or bake bread, which I am a big fan of. Okay, so I need food. Let's go here and get these food. So I got 3 food now. I will have 6 because I have that. It costs, instead of 2 food in the base game and a solo game, it costs 3 food to feed all these big discs here. And then I'm going to go ahead and go here and take these reeds. All right. Done. All right, so again, we refill. So 2 more wood. Another clay. Whoops. A reed. I drop some wood in the reeds. A reed. Some food. Take my workers back. Flip the last card. Now after this we're going to do a harvest, and I'll explain harvest. We got sheep. All right. Now, let's go ahead and take some actions. So I want to get some wood. That's a whole bunch of wood. So now I have 8 wood. I like that. Okay, and then I'm going to go here. And I'm going to build a room. So I'm in a wooden house, so I have to spend 5 wood and 2 reeds. And I'm going to extend my house to 3 wood. Right there. Houses have to be adjacent. Rooms have to be adjacent. I can't just build a house over here. Because you're trying to fill up your board too, because you're going to lose points. I'll explain all that later. All right. And again, that is the end of that round. All right, so now we're going to do a harvest. Let me refill the board first before I do all of that so I don't forget. That, this, reed, and food. All right. So the way the harvest works, first thing that's going to happen is we're going to, I'm not sure if it's at the end. Let me make sure. I got rid of that board, so now I'm missing something that is normally out there for me to read. So I just want to make sure that I'm doing it correctly. Where is harvest? We do field, we feed the family, and then we breed. All right. So first thing that would happen if we had any planted fields, a planted field would look like this. You would take one of the vegetables off. There's vegetables and there's wheat, grain. I'm not going to get to the vegetables because they're in one of the phases that I'm not playing. You do that. Then you're going to have to feed your family. So I can convert 1 grain into 3 food. So this is 3. That'll feed 1. This will feed 1, the other 3. So I am fed. If you can't feed your people, you take a begging card, which is -3 points. That's bad. 1 out of 10. Do not recommend. Then if you had any animals, so say I had 2 animals in a pinned-in area, because in order to keep animals, you got to have a pin. You can keep 1 into your house, okay? If I had 2 sheep, I would get a 3rd sheep, all right? But I don't have any sheep, so I'm not breeding anything. All right, so then we're done. Now we're moving on to stage 2. We'll flip all these. We'll flip this card. We're going to get some stone now. All right, so we have stone available. I really want to play this stable, so let's play this card. I'm going to do a minor improvement. I'm going to play this stable here. Costs 1 wood. I'm able to play 1. What is this? I play 1, build 1 stable, and then I have to pass this card to the player on my left. There isn't one, so I just discard it. So I get to build a stable, and I'm going to put the stable right here. Now, that field can now hold 1 animal, which is good, because I want to do this. I'm going to go here, take some sheep. So 1 sheep can go there. 1 sheep can stay in my house. All right? Perfectly legal. And that's the end of that round. So these come back. We'll refill again. So 2 wood. 1 clay. There's a pile of clay. 1 reed. 1 food. 1 sheep. Okay. And then we flip this card. Oh, and I get another stone. Another stone. All right, now we got family growth. I definitely want to do that. So we're going to, just because I want to show you how that works. So we're going to go to family growth. That's my adult. It's also going to bring in a baby for the next round. Okay. So I did family growth. And now I get to do one minor improvement. So what do I want to do? I'll just play this. I'll do a building material, and I can take a wood or a clay when I play this card, and I'm just going to take a wood, and then it would get passed, but nobody else, so I discard it. So I take a wood. All right. I'm okay with that. And then for my set next action, I'm going to go here and take a grain, because that gives me 3 food guaranteed, and I like that. All right. And that's the end of that round. So now this one comes back. I have 3 adults, so I'm going to have 9 food available next round. Okay, so this could be, this could get a little hairy for me. So let's go ahead and refill. So this is how I always get in trouble, because I just do things that are fun and I ignore food. So it's my fault. It's how I roll. A reed. A food. That's 4 food. That's nothing to sneeze at. So, okay. And that's, 3 stone. All right. Then this will flip. I can renovate my house. Ooh. All right. So. What do I need to do here? I got grain. Can I only do 1? In the feeding phase, each harvest, the master brewer can convert up to 1 grain for 3 food. Only 1. That's rough. That is rough. I need 9 food. So I'm just going to get crazy. I'm going to go here. I'm going to do a major improvement. Nope, can't do that yet. I'm going to go take the clay. Okay. Then I'm going to go do the major improvement. I'm going to do a fireplace, which cost me 2 clay. Now, this fireplace, anytime I can convert sheep to 2 food. And I can bake bread. 1 grain can be 2 wheat if I take the bake bread action. Okay, but 1 grain for me is worth 3. So, we'll see what we can do here. And I'm going to go here, and I'm going to take these food, because I need to have food. That's 4, so that's 7. I'll just need 2 more. Oh, I'm good. All right. And that's the end. Now we will do harvest again. So, harvest, same deal. Any plants, any crops that you had, you would harvest. Now you have to feed your people. So I have to do 4. This is 4. 7, because I can do 3. And then I can slaughter a sheep for 2, because I have a fireplace. A sheep gives me 2, so that's 9 food. I am now good. I have fed my people. But because I did that, I cannot produce any more sheep. So there we go. Done. And that's it. So then we move on to the next phase after that, and then that's the game. Okay, so there is a score pad. Let me find the score pad, because I want to make sure that I'm telling you how the scoring works, because it's a little tricky. All right, so in this game, you're basically trying to do everything. Okay, so here's the score. This is one of our last games. We're not very good. But you are trying to get fields. Okay, you have to have fields. And there's a card here that's going to tell you. In order to not lose points, you want to have at least 2 fields. So if I ended the game like this, which I wouldn't, I would have -1 point because I only have 1 field. Okay, then we're going to do pastures. A pasture is a closed-in area, which I didn't show. So you can build fences. So say I wanted to build a fence here. I could do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and now I have a fenced-in stable. Okay, so that's going to double. Each of these squares can hold 2 animals. With a stable, it can do 4. So I can now put 8 animals in here. If there's no animal, it's a pasture. If it has animals, it's a what is it called? A fenced, just a pasture with animals or without. Okay, so you want to have those to get points. Grain, you're going to get points if you have grain. You're going to get points if you have vegetables, which I haven't even gotten out, but it looks like grain, but it's orange. You're going to get points for sheep, wild boar, and cattle. You want to have at least 1 of all of them, or you're going to lose points. And again, boar and cattle will come out later in the game. Then you're going to have unused space, every space that doesn't have something in it. So say I ended like this. And I had, I had the rest of my wooden house here. 2 spaces that don't have anything, I would lose some points. Okay, it's 1 point each. Then I would look at clay rooms. If you've upgraded to clay or stone, you're going to get points for rooms in your house. Wood, you get no points, but you've taken up room on the board. Family members. Every family member is going to be worth, looks like, 3 points. So I would have 9 points for that. Points for cards. Any cards that I play that give me points, like this fireplace gives me a point. Any bonus points. Some of the cards give bonus points, like this one. At the end of the game, you receive 1 bonus point for a clay hut or 2 bonus points for a stone house. If you have any of these cards in front of you, you'll score those points as well. Okay, so that is how you play Agricola, an abbreviated version, but you get the gist. If you want to see the full review, you can click the link in the video description. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and as always, keep gaming.